Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Wheelassassin video. This is part number 2 of our Starcourt Mall cinema tutorial. This is actually part number 15 going on part like 2 of 15 basically, or even 16. If I'm mistaken, definitely drop a comment down below. But yeah, we're going to be finishing off the cinema today. We are going to be going ahead and like adding in the final details for this lobby area that we completed in part 1. If you did happen to miss part 1 of the cinema, I'll definitely drop a link to it in the description for you guys. We're also adding these paintings along the side of the walls because of course they are movie posters. The movies themselves are going to be of course added as well. We're going to be adding these corridors that go alongside the actual cinema rooms. Now there are 6 cinema rooms, so we're going to need to do this in sections. So we're probably going to do like one right side today and then maybe the left side in a part 3. Who knows, we might get it done super rapid and end up doing all of it today, but who knows. Let's hope so. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be starting off with the corridors. Not much detail in the corridors, to be honest. A couple movie posters, a few doors leading off to certain areas. This one goes down behind Scoops Ahoy to represent where Mike, Will, Lucas and Max came in to sneak into a movie because Steve kind of let them through. So yeah, we've represented that with the door there and the little passageway. We got a couple of bins and then of course all the doors leading into the cinema screens. It's pretty awesome. It's going to be a big task, but we'll definitely get it done nice and slowly. Let's go ahead and get doing it right now. Alright then guys, so coming to the front of our cinema, you're going to need to grab yourself some birch signs, some item frames, some red concrete, some light blue concrete, some lime concrete, some white stained glass pane, some paintings, and of course we're going to need a few more materials later on the build. The first thing we're actually going to do is come to the left side, and where we have this big old sandstone wall, we're going to go ahead and add some paintings to this. Now you may just want to pick blocks, some smooth sandstone, so you can break some to, replace it afterwards. I'm actually going to break 2 in the middle just there. Leave this one, that's where our painting is going to go. Break 2, leave 1, break 2, leave 1, break 2, leave 1, break 2. So we actually have 4 paintings going along this wall. We have 1 painting that goes here, so break the ones adjacent to it, so beside it. And then we're going to put a double painting here with 4 blocks, so we need to just break those 2. Place all of your paintings on these, if you can alternate between them, because I mean, that's, what are the chances? Are you kidding me? No way. Oh my gosh, I got like 4 times the same one. That's insane. But there we go. So just, try and alternate between them if you can, because I know they're quite similar. Place another... Dude, stop giving me Mordecai. Oh, dang it, I clicked off the other one. No, there we go. Okay, and then a double one just over here. Phew, and then just fill this back in. Always looks good if we don't have holes in the side of our building. Here we go. Perfect. So the tiniest bit of detail, but it definitely makes all the difference. It looks super nice once you have those sort of movie posters in there. You can actually take your white stained glass now and go to the second block along on the smooth sandstone from the oak planks. Once you're on the second one, you can go up 1 and then another one, and this is where you're going to place your sort of light there. That is a block away from the red concrete at the top. Do the same over here, so go across the 2, go up 1, 2, and that's where you're going to place it, just there. Awesome. That is looking great. So for the paintings on the right side, you're going to need to go ahead and break this one, so we have like a 4 painting just here. So let's break the 2 on that side. We're going to place a 1 by 1 painting and another 1 by 1 painting over here. Now this one is not symmetrical to the wall, which is a little bit annoying, but that's okay, we can sort that out later. So let's break the ones around this one, and then it goes here, this one, so we're going to break that one just there. 1 there, 1 there. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness me, really likes that painting today. And then our double just there. Place the blocks around it, and you are good to go on to the next step. Sweet, looking very good, guys. Alright, so now for the signs above the, well, below the cinema screen even. Cinema sign. God, if that was a screen, that'd be amazing. Free cinema. That'd be awesome. So we're going to grab our birch signs now. We're going to go ahead and put a blank one over here. So you just need to click done. We're also going to place a blank one on the other side, like so. Come to the 2 in the middle, over on this left one. On the top line, you're going to write back with a capital B, 2, all lowercase, and then you can switch down the line so you're on the second line along. You're going to write 1, 0, 5, and then P. Doesn't matter if it's a capital P or a lowercase p. Capital P's look better, but it's up to you guys. Drop down to the third line now, and we're going to write 750 capital P. And there's nothing on the line below that. So it should look like this once it's done. Go to the next one long, and of course we need to finish that title. So a capital for the T in the, and then a capital F for future, like so. So we have Back to the Future now written. That is on the top one again, guys. Coming to the second row down, we're going to write a 4 and a capital P. Coming to the third row down, we're going to write 10 and then a capital P as well. Amazing. So it should look like this all together. If you do need to pause the video to catch up, please feel free to do so, guys. It's no problem whatsoever. Whilst you're here, you're going to take an item frame, and we're going to dot these just on these two to the left of the signs. Up here, place a light blue corresponding to that light blue concrete, and place a red concrete corresponding to that red concrete just down there. Now the item frames are not on both sides of these, they are on the left of all of these sort of signposts, I guess. I'm not exactly certain what they're supposed to represent. I'm pretty sure they're neon lights, but you know, don't hold me to that, I may be wrong. So once again, oops, blank sign on either end, and this one is going to say cocoon, so we need to write a C capital on the top row, an O, and then a C. Drop down to the second row, write 11, and then a capital A for this one. And then the third row, you're going to write 7, 1, 5, and then P. Really not sure how I got 1 and 7 mixed up there. My mistake. So yeah, it should look like this in the end. So once again, we need to finish off that title. This time we're going to go lowercase because as we're not writing a new word, we're just finishing off a word. You know, we don't need to carry across a capital letter. So 00 or 00, 007, double O. Then we're going to write a N. That is on the first row still. Second row down, a 3, and then a capital P. And then third row down, we're going to write a 1, 0, 1, 5, capital P, like so. Alright then, going into the middle section now, we are going to go ahead and write the signs Daryl, and we're going to go ahead and write the signs Life Force. So before we carry on, item frames to the left. Instead of putting a light blue at the top one, we're going to take some lime concrete and stick that in that one just there. And for the bottom one, we're actually going to do a light blue for that one as well. You can take your blank signs and put them, you know, to the sides of this Daryl sign. And we're going to go ahead and go to the left one first of all. Top row, capital D, A, R. Drop down a level and write 205, capital P. Drop down to the third row, place 710 P, like so. Amazing. Now we need to finish off the Daryl as a word, so a lowercase y and then an L for that top row. Drop down to the second row and place 430 with a P. Third row, 930 P. Both capitals, by the way, like so. Now I'm pretty sure these are the times of, you know, the show times, or maybe they're even prices or something like that. I'm really not sure what they're supposed to represent. I am certain it's about time. So like this one is at like 7:10 at night. This one's like at 2:05 in the afternoon. I'm not sure. 4:30 in the afternoon, and then 9:30 in the evening or something. I'm not sure, but maybe that is, maybe that's not. I'm not sure. So bottom row below the Daryl sign, blank signs on either end once again. Oops, my mistake. This first sign on the left, we're going to write life, capital L, on that top row. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 0 for that second row. Then a capital P. Drop down to the third row, 6, 3, 0, capital P. Boom. Awesome. To the right of that, we're going to write force. This time this is a new word, so of course capital F for that first row. 415, capital P on the second row. And then we're going to do an 820, capital P for that final, well, the third row just there. Like so. Okay, so we're coming on to the final section of our cinema signs, I guess. So 2 more item frames to the left of the signs. Top one's going to be a red concrete, bottom one's going to be a lime concrete. Once again, add in your blank signs. You may as well do these for both, because as we know, they're going to be blank anyway. Like so. We're going to add the signs in, return to Oz now. So top one, to the left. First row, we're going to write return to Oz, capital for the R there in return. Return, and then 2 with just 1 0, not the double 0. On the second row down, we're actually going to fit in quite a lot of numbers. So we're going to go 1 1 0 5 capital A. Then we're going to go space. Then we're going to go 1 0 5 capital P. Drop down to the final, well, the third row, and write 10, just alone like so. Awesome. To the right of that, we're going to go Oz, so we just need to write a capital 0, capital O even. Why can't I do not speak? And then a Z besides that. On the second row down, you need to write a 4 and then a capital P. And on the third row down, we're going to write 2 zeros, a 5, and then a capital P. Like this. So you can see that's representing, well, I don't know why it says like 100 and then 5p. I don't know if that is a time. That doesn't sound right, does it? But this one, you know, 11:05 a.m. for example, maybe that's 1:05 p.m. you know, in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm pretty sure these are times. It makes a little bit more sense. All right, and then the final one, the stuff. So for the top left sign on this bottom row, we're going to write a capital for the T in the. Drop down to the second row and write 115 capital P. Drop down to the third row and write 705 capital P. Boom. For the one to the right of that, for stuff, we're going to do a capital F, S even for the top line. Then we're going to drop down to the second row and write 435 capital P. Once again, for the third row, we're going to go 945 capital P. And there we have it, guys. We have completed the cinema signs. They are looking awesome. This place is looking super detailed now. It's looking like it should, which is, oh, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Let's go ahead, scrap our inventory, grab some new materials, and get building these 4 corridors. Alright then, guys, so I'm ready to start the corridors. I've grabbed myself some new materials. Before I explain which materials we're going to need, I just want to say a quick apology for my PS4 being super noisy. It is so hot here in the UK. I am currently like sweating so hard right now. It is super boiling, but I hope you can still follow along. You know, I hope it's not too distracting. You're going to need yourself some blue concrete, some black concrete, some dark oak wood planks, some spruce doors, some black glazed terracotta, a composter, a care trapdoors, smooth quartz block, and some sea lanterns. Once again, that is not all the materials, but that is them for now. We're going to go ahead and take ourselves our planks first of all. We're going to go directly in line with this row right here to the left of the door, and we're going to start on the left side, guys, if you are facing towards the exit of the cinema and the entrance, of course. So we're going to start here. We're going to go along for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to go ahead and knock out the flooring here with black concrete. We're then going to go ahead and add 1 more block over here. These are going to go up to the 4 blocks high. So 1, 2, 3. Just add it on the top of those. And do it along for all of these plank blocks now. Above this door frame, you can also do that just 2 blocks above the doorway. And our door's going to go back into the build now. That is where one of the passageways is going to go into the, you know, the downstairs area, going behind the shops and, you know, all that sort of stuff. To mark that out, we're going to use ourselves some smooth quartz. We're going to build a massive passageway that just connects up to this wall, and we're also going to do it here. This thing is only a block wide, so we're going to need to take up 3 blocks for our actual walls and things. Once again, build them up to 4 blocks high. Don't worry about the inside of these at the moment. We're going to come back to them at a later date, probably when we go, you know, and do the ground floor. If you're on a super flat world like I am, but you can't go down levels, like we've, you know, talked about before, do not panic. You can always just give the illusion that these go somewhere, and they don't. They're really not that important, to be honest. I just added them in for a little bit extra detail and a little bit of more fun if you're building this as a you know, hide and seek sort of map. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and place sea lantern, quartz, sea lantern, quartz, sea lantern, quartz, sea lantern, quartz, sea lantern. So one starts at the beginning, one ends at the end. Simples. Awesome. And we're going to go ahead and do the exact same we've just done over there, but over this way. So let me just switch to my right hand side picture. Here we go. So once again, in line to the right of this door, because now we're on the right, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks like so. We are then going to go ahead and block into the floor with black concrete, and the next block along, your planks just there. We basically want to leave ourselves enough wall for 3 paintings to go in this way, so you can always just like mark out where these paintings are going to go. One there, one there, one there. You may just want to use that as a little sort of tester to see, you know, if your walls are the same length, which is always good. So there we go. Yeah, mine are pretty good. Alright, phew. Let's go ahead and fill these up to 4 blocks high as well, just by adding those 3 blocks on. Make sure you get the doorway over as well, and this block over here. Once again, a backwards facing door. Then our long corridor with our quartz right back until you reach the wall. It doesn't have to be, you know, closer than the other one or, you know, the exact same length. Just as soon as you reach that sandstone wall, you can stop right there. So it's pretty good. 1 block away, so we have a little passage. And then just build your other wall in. Probably the easiest part of the cinema, I'm not going to lie. This was the most fun part for me to build. Like, I was building it, and I was like, dude, this would be so cool if I could add this in. And I did it, and it was like, such a simple thing, but it just made me smile, you know? It's the simple things in life I love, so that's cool. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take our planks once again, and we're going to go directly in line with these 2 concrete blocks here. These are going to go right up until where we stopped last time, just up to here. And we're going to build this up for 4 blocks high for 2 rows like so. We're literally just going to make this quite a bulky wall. Once again, we are doing this nice and symmetrically. So, is that even a word? Who knows? So we're going to go ahead and do it on the exactly the same over on this wall. So, build it along, build it over here, and then 4 blocks high on both of these. I actually have a quick question for you guys. If you do want to drop in the comments which part of Starcourt has been your favourite so far, of course, we have got loads more to come, so if you want to leave it until, you know, we finish the entire build or something, then yeah, just let me know. I'd love to hear you guys, you know, thoughts on the build and what you'd like to see me have done, or you'd like to see me do in the future, something like that. Basically some feedback, that'd be awesome. Always good to listen to your viewers, so I think a lot of YouTubers need to learn that, you know. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to go ahead and go to this wall, once again, directly to the left. Because we're on the right side, we're going left. Because we're going to the left side, we'll be on the right of our door, if that makes sense. So you're basically on the adjacent sides, whichever way you go. Build this up to 4 blocks high once again. So you're basically leaving 2 block long passageways, like this. 2 block long corridors even. Let's make it over this way. And build this up to 4 blocks high. 4 is our very, very awesome number in this build. Honest to gosh. Like, it's super helpful. Very, very good. Alright then. Now we are on a little bit of a trickier part. We're going to go ahead and take our blue concrete. We are going to go for a... let me just see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, sorry. I was looking at a picture upside down, so I was like, what am I doing here? Alright, here we go. Okay, so we're going to go for a 2 block row of blue concrete here, just to kind of signal the end of this sort of planked wall and the start of where the cinema sort of screens are going to be. Basically, you've reached a checkpoint almost. A black concrete pillar for both of these end walls, like this, once again up to 4 blocks high. We're then going to go 1, 2, 3 on both sides against the side of this black concrete wall, but we're not going to fill these up to 4 just yet. We're going to go ahead and do 1, 2 black concrete in the floor, just to the left of this blue concrete. Then I'm going to do 1 block just there. I'm going to miss the corner out on this one, because there is a small cinema screen that goes in here, and because all the cinema screens have the same sort of identity with the grey concrete, you know, we're going to miss out that wall so we can have a grey concrete wall in there. So we're going to go back diagonally from here for just 2 blocks like so. We're then going to go in the floor, place another 2 black concrete, 1, 2, and then drop into the corner back here. Amazing. Now these walls over here, these 3 blocks, you can fill up to 4. Alright, let's do the other ones. And now you have the 4, you can also go ahead and add in the 2 black concrete blocks that will go above the doorways. On all of these, by the way. Now for these final 3 blocks that we have left, we're going to go up 3 on both sides, so these become 4. But in the middle we're going to add 2 black concrete blocks, just for a little pattern, really, and then fill it over the top with our blue concrete. Awesome. So our doors are actually going to go right into the build now. So they're facing towards the corridors, not towards the cinema screens, because we want as much space on the inside as possible. They give the illusion that they're bigger than they actually are, almost like a TARDIS. Pretty cool. Okay, so there is also another door exactly the same kind of line as this one. So you can go ahead and just mark that out, drop in, place your black concrete in the floor, and then spruce door just there. That's only for a projector, so that's not exactly the most important thing, but we are going to add it in now just so we don't forget. Sweet. I might just add that door backwards, like so. Awesome. Okay, so before we get into the flooring, so we can do the entire thing together, we're going to go ahead and get our right side up to speed as well. So let's switch pictures. Here we go. So we're going to go black concrete again for these end pillars, up to 4 blocks high. 2 rows of blue concrete up to 4 for this middle one, to signal the end and the checkpoint, as we said. Then we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3 away from the black concrete walls. But again, don't build these up to 4 because we're going to add that fancy pattern in. Cut into the floor for 2 blocks of black concrete, just besides both of these 3 block ones. We're going to go a block just there of blue concrete, a block diagonally away for 2 blocks. Cut into the floor for 2 black concretes, 2 blocks away from that one, and then 1 block diagonally away to connect up to this other door. Alright, so once again, let's make these up to 4 blocks high, these corner ones, for both sides of these. Oops, sorry guys, I keep having to like place that block by accident. And then obviously the 2 black concretes above the door frames. Now we have our door frames in, let's place the doors facing towards the corridor, not towards the screens. 2 black concrete in the middle of this 3 block blue concrete. And then just go ahead and add a nice ring sort of around the black concrete blocks in there. Ah, beautiful. Okay, so now we're at the stage where we can use our glazed? Our black glazed terracotta to go ahead and fill in all of this grass we have left. Let's go ahead and get that done. Alright, so once you've filled in every single glass block with your black glazed terracotta, you can take your composters and put them on the ends of these 2 blue concrete pillars. It doesn't matter which side of the cinema you start on, but just make sure you put IKEA trapdoors on all sides of the composters, just to add a little bit more texture to them really, make them look a little bit more like bins. Let's go ahead and do it for my opposite side. And whilst I'm over here, I'm also going to go ahead and add in that door that we missed. You may have noticed. If you did, awesome. If you didn't, don't worry, we're going to add it in anyway. So we're going to go in line with a little corridor that goes to Scoops Ahoy. Go across to the other side, drop down, break out 2 blocks, place your black concrete in there, and then place your door facing backwards into the projector room, like so. Alright guys, so as we are already quite far into the build and we've already, you know, taken up a lot of your guys' time, I don't want to keep you here all day, so I'm going to help you mark out where the cinema rooms are going to go, and then in the next episode we are going to do, you know, the whole furnishings of the place and, you know, make it look like a proper cinema. It's going to be awesome. So you're going to need some grey concrete, just some grey concrete for this part. Super simple. We are going to go ahead and go right along this right side corridor until you reach that sandstone block over there. Up to that point. Awesome. Then I'm actually going to go ahead and let me just double check this. I don't want to make a mistake. Alright, that's cool. Okay, so we're going to go for a sort of design along here. And as you reach the door, we're just going to stop because we're going to go over the door frame to make the entire wallpaper on the inside of these screens entirely grey concrete. I know that sounds very, very dark, but as you guys know, you don't really go to the cinema to look at the decor. you go for the movie. So I think they make them purposely look boring, so then you actually pay attention to what's on the screen. You know, you're not too busy looking around at the fancy chandeliers hanging from the roof and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Imagine if they had that. Like, that would be sick. Not gonna lie, I may have to, like, buy a cinema someday. I don't know if I can afford them. Probably not. Probably millions. But yeah, that would be awesome. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So we're going to need to curve the corner down here. So, like, once you reach the corridor, go ahead, make a sharp right, going back down this way. We're going to go right the way down this way, like so, until you reach that end sandstone block. Now you'll notice that there's a huge gap missing here, but that is going to be in another section of the sort of decor, the interior decor that you don't really see on the shop floors, and things like that. So like toilets, for example, you know, some like janitor's closets, all that sort of stuff that we don't really need to pay attention to as of yet. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and mark this area out where the screen is going to go. We are going to need to break some of these grey concrete blocks next episode, but for now it's always good to just mark it out. This is one of the smaller cinema screens. It does look a little bit like a very small rectangle, but that is okay. That is what we want at the moment. And then we're just going to go ahead and add a wall directly next to the wall for the door, all the way along. Once again, we're going to build it all the way up, although this place does have a doorway in, as well as windows for the projector. We're going to leave that out at the moment. All that detail will come in later videos. Okay, so now we have that done. We're going to go ahead and go to, I'm going to go in this wall. I'm just going to bring this one right along and all the way to the back corner down here. Again, we're still on our right side. We're just to the side of this rectangle. It's very, very important that episode 2, you know, you guys got episode 2 done, because using these exterior walls to mark out our cinema screens is super helpful. It saves us a lot of counting, and with my counting and maths the way it is, it's very, very good for everybody. So we're going to go ahead and add in those 2 walls around the doorway. Kind of make a little cove, I guess, around the door frame, like so. And then we're just going to build this right the way back to that wall up there. Once again, fill this right the way up. Now I'm looking at a picture I have right here at a sideways angle. So hopefully I'm just going to have to keep, like, you know, flying up just to make sure it's still in line with it, because I do not want to mess it up. Okay, it's looking pretty cool at the moment. So once again, directly beside the door to the left this time, we're going to go ahead and add 1, 2, 3 blocks out from that wall we just built. Then we're going to turn for the projector room over here. And of course, make sure you block off that sandstone that's exposed, so we can go ahead and build all this up to 4 blocks high. Cool. Now this is one of my favourite cinema rooms, as it's kind of medium size. It's not exactly the hugest one. The hugest one comes in here, and that is my favourite one, you know, of all time. I've made a little Easter egg in there for us to build next episode, so definitely stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome. So now we have this sort of projector room. We can just go ahead and make this a square. Awesome. So this is really not the most confusing part, but it's getting the projector sort of dimensions right. That is always the hard part. And of course we need to place them in strategical points around our screens so that they actually, you know, are there to represent projectors facing into the middle of the screen. And that was a really tricky part to build originally when I was planning the entire Starcourt. Don't know what that is. Yeah, that was super hard to, like, you know, get it directly center, but I think I managed okay. It came out alright, so fingers crossed it will look okay. Alright, I'm just going to switch to another picture. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead, fill in this wall. That's just a little filler. And then I'm going to go ahead and build this up around the door frame. All the way around. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the nice black concrete pattern on this side. But that's okay. It's always there for the hallways, I guess. And over here, the projector door is in the hallway. This time, which is awesome. So we don't have to have any exposed doors, apart from the exit and entry doors into the actual screen. But we're still going to go to the left of the door anyway. We're going to build this out for 3 blocks, and then go hard left this time into this wall. Make sure you cover up that exposed sandstone, and then build this up. If you are getting a bit stuck because I'm going too quick, definitely feel free to pause the video, guys, at any point if you do need to. That is absolutely no problem at all. But I will say, The projectors, just so you guys can remember this, the projectors are going to be 2 blocks inside, so they have like a 2-block walking gap, I guess. So the walls around it, you know, are going to be on that 3rd block back, if that helps you guys out at all. So yeah, just kind of key information just to help you remember different dimensions and things. Alright, so once again, let's just make this a giant square now. Just go around the outskirts of our sandstone. Meow. And then build this right up. Oh, it's a little bit of a grueling process, but once it's done, it will look very, very cool. Here we go. My apologies for having to do 3 episodes on this, guys. I was expecting to just do like 2 major parts, but with the weather being so hot here in the UK at the moment, I've really kind of got to like take regular breaks because I'm not very good with the heat. Like, I get headaches quite a bit, so I don't want to get a headache and trying to teach you guys Starcourt at the same time. That'd be pretty bit of a nightmare, but I hope you can forgive me. We're definitely going to get onto like decorating all these very, very soon, so definitely stay tuned for that one. Alright, so switching to my next picture, we're going to go to the left side now. We've got those 3 cinema screens marked out. Over here, we're going to go for a very odd looking shaped one this time. This is a very cool looking one, but it's also very odd. We're going to go to the right of this door right now. And we're going to build 1, 2, 3 out. Make sure that goes along to that door. And we're going to build a 4th block. Oh, actually, no. This time, we're going to leave that one exposed. So let me just recap, because I did make a little mistake. So as soon as you get to the pattern on this left side, as if you're in the biggest sort of screen room, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 back from the left of this black concrete block, like so. We're then just going to go ahead and turn the corner into that corner, and then you can build it up there. But this time this is exposed because it is the projector room. Of course, customers and viewers of the movies are not going to see this part. This is kind of like behind the scenes. So we don't need to add as much detail in here, which is super good. So another sort of cove for the doorway there. And then this one is going to go ahead and be built around directly to the other side in a second. Let's start on the right side. So just build this around the corner, up to here, around this corner, drag this all the way along, and you should reach just about this corner right here, which is awesome. Phew, okay. It was a little bit of a nightmare sometimes when you're trying to, like, you know, refer back to, especially my work. I'm very messy. So I'm like looking at my own stuff and I'm like, how did I do that originally? How was that done? It's even worse when I built it. It's super confusing and I can't even understand my own work. Have you guys ever done that with any Minecraft projects or even schoolwork? You know, trying to read back your own handwriting? That's basically like the same thing in Minecraft with my builds. Super struggle with that. I'm learning though. I'd like to think I'm learning. Hopefully you guys have seen a difference between my original tutorials and then the newer ones at today. Sweet. Okay, so we have our next cinema screen in here. Awesome. So once you have this shape right here, you may need to pause just to check or whatever. That's totally cool. Going to go ahead and go to the left of this one right now. And although we have grey concrete on this wall, we're actually going to go ahead and still build another wall just here up to the door. Our projector is also going to go on this side, so we need to make sure we get this spot on. So right up to this way, build it up to there. Perfect. Go 1, 2, 3, and then you can turn left like so, all the way along until you reach just to the right of that door over here. Cool. Oh, almost missed a block in. There we go. Alright, sweet. Nice. They are definitely the hardest parts of the build, like 100%. So now we're going to go to this wall over here. Let me just quickly fly up so you guys can see what I'm on about. So this wall back here, we're going to go ahead and make this go all the way along to there. So let's go ahead and do that now. Or at least just besides the door. Oh no, it's in the corner. Perfect. Awesome. And then you can make the square. Meow. I really don't know why I'm making oh, dude. Please, can someone just buy me a dictionary? Like, I just need to sit and read it all day. Oh my goodness me. Alright, here we go. So 4 blocks high, once again, for all of these walls. And we can finally get rid of the exposed monster spawners in the game player. we can finally kind of block those up, so no one has to see what's behind gameplayer now, which is going to be awesome. So over in this last cinema screen, this is one of the smaller ones as well, there is a wall directly here, and as we have already used grey concrete here, we're not going to go ahead and add another wall in because it would just make it smaller. So we're going to actually utilise all of this wall as best as we can. We are going to have a bit of exposed blue concrete, but that's okay, not to worry. So here is actually going to be the start of our projector area, so just to the left of that doorway. It's going to go back right up to that quartz of the corridor, and it's going to feed back on itself just over here. So a nice little rectangle, almost like a shoebox sort of size. Like this, and of course up to the 4, like so. Oh, almost there we go. Alright, so we have a little bit of a gap there, but that's okay. We're going to build this right the way along now, up to this corner, and you can fill that up if you wanted, but I'm going to leave that until last. I'm just going to curve back in here to make my square for my cinema screen room. It's probably one of the biggest projects I've ever done inside of an already big project. I did build a mansion before for my, I think it might have been my 400 subscriber special. Maybe I'm mistaken about that, but yeah, that was quite a big project, building all the rooms for that, and this is what it kind of reminds me of, just on a massive scale. So yeah, that's looking great. Okay, so now we have all of our cinema screens in. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in these walls with either planks. I might just use planks actually, so we can use that as a reference to it not being part of the screen basically. So that's always good. If you guys can think of anything to use these spaces for, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And of course these ones as well. Oh guys, one thing I just almost forgot to do is you need to grab yourself these white stained glass panes once again, and go to the second line up on these 3 lots of smooth sandstone besides the ticket offices, and just add one in there on either side. I know they look a little bit odd, but they're supposed to represent these sort of neon lights again, going into the inside of this place. So yeah, pretty cool. But yeah guys, that is the end of today's tutorial. I hope that you did enjoy it. Please definitely drop a like if you did. That would definitely help the channel out quite a bit, and it's just awesome to see. I apologise once again for not getting it furnished today, as of yet. We are going to be working on it. I'm going to get filming right away, later this evening when it's cooled off a little bit. Get filming that last bit so you guys can get it straight away. Take it easy everybody, have an excellent day. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here and you definitely like to see more of my content. That'd be just amazing. We definitely need some more Assassin Hood members. But yeah, that's all from me guys. Thanks again, stay safe, have an amazing day, take care, and I'll see you at the next Wheelassassin video coming very soon. Goodbye for now!